Hey, what is up, Lakes Community Church? Pastor Gabe checking in from my office, otherwise known as my truck. Hey, I'm getting a little stir crazy. I don't know about you guys. I've got some things to do, which is good. I'm keeping busy, but this whole being away thing is really starting to bug me. It's starting to get to me, and so I don't know if you're there too, but I just wanted to encourage you that, man, we have a God who loves us and cares for us. He is in charge of this. He's in control of this, and I just wanted to share with you today a thought I had this morning in my devotionals about God, and I was sort of limiting him in my mind. And I'll read a story to you out of the Bible, out of Matthew, and then I just want to share some thoughts with you about it. So Matthew chapter 8, this is right after the Sermon on the Mount. Down in verse 23, it says, when he got into a boat, his disciples followed him, and suddenly a great tempest arose on the sea, so that the boat was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. Then his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we are perishing. But he said to them, why are you fearful, O you of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And the men marveled, saying, who can this be, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Pardon me. So I had this thought in my mind, and maybe you've gone down this path before. Maybe you've felt this way. I'm not really sure, but I was feeling like I had put God into sort of a box that I'm in. So I'm in this creation. I am creation, and I'm kind of bound by the constraints of this creation. I'm bound by time. I'm bound by just the physical aspects of things around me. And God exists outside of that. And I sort of was interfacing and interacting with God in a way that assumed he was not outside of these things. God exists outside of creation. He exists outside of time. He's not bound by the physical models of the universe that you and I are bound by. This is the calm, like the storm calming, star breathing creator of everything, who's in love with us, who cares for us. And I just wanted to share that perspective with you, because maybe you've gotten it out of perspective. Maybe, like me, this morning, your mind went a little bit down the path of, man, this has got to end. I'm getting a little tired of this. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting stir crazy. Maybe that's you. Maybe you were there with me. And so I just want to encourage you, like the God of all creation is in control. He's in charge. We can blame, politics. We can blame propaganda. We can blame agendas. We can blame whatever we want for what's happening around us. But God ultimately is in control, and he's not bound by the effects of viruses. He's not bound by the effects of death. He's not bound by the effects of anything that this world has, because he created it. He holds it all in his hand, and he is the master of it. He has authority over it. The thought that came to mind, I was actually praying, and I was reading this story about the feeding the 5,000, just real quick, which got me on this. And I thought, man, God used this fish and this bread to feed these people. And then this thought just popped into my mind, and I know it was from the Holy Spirit. He didn't even have to use food. He literally could have controlled and told the stomachs of the hungry people. He could have commanded the stomachs to be full feeling. He could have just said, stomach, feel full, end of story. That's how capable and amazing he is. But he chose to use this method, and there's some reason for that. I wasn't going to get into that, but I just think it's so cool to think that God doesn't have to use the things that we have to use. God is bigger than that. We say we're hungry, we need food. God says, you're hungry. I am the master of your stomach. I'm the master of anything and everything about you. So just the thought that I had this morning that was super encouraging to me, and I felt really, really, really felt like maybe some of you needed to hear that this morning as well. And just to know that God has got this. He's in control. He understands. He's not phased. And he is able to do the things that he wants to do, and just to trust him with me. It's easy to look around and get and not be able to trust. It's easy to look around and be terrified, but I trust God. And so I want to encourage you to trust God with me, knowing that he is fully capable and has everything at his fingers and everything at his disposal to do with whatever he wants. So God, thank you. I want to pray a blessing, Lord, for those that are struggling today, that are having a hard time, that are maybe just getting a little worn out, a little frustrated, a little stir crazy, God, that you would just speak truth and life into them, that they would feel your good pleasure and enjoy your peace. God, thank you. So God's in control. He's got you. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you again.